Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Well, as you can see, my Squier is currently in pieces. Today we're doing a mini build. Most notably, we're going to add the Gilmour mod to this and upgrade a few parts as we go along. Now, obviously, to do the Gilmour mod, you don't have to do all the stuff we're doing, but I thought it would be a great time to kind of update the Squier and see what we can do. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, the Gilmour switch is simply a way to engage your neck pickup with your bridge pickup. And that kind of gives you the middle position on a telly, a really usable tone. So that's going to be awesome on our Squier. Also, you can engage it in position 2 on your Strat. So bridge pickup, middle pickup, neck pickup, all 3 pickups together. So you get your 5 Strat tones plus 2 more, 7-way switching on a Strat. Now, the mod itself is not that complex if you're used to working with electronics and used to soldering, but not everybody wants to do that, and not everybody wants to have a little toggle switch on their pristine Strat. Some people like to keep their Strats looking clean. So today, we're gonna go with the solderless kit. So here it is. This is the Obsidian wire Gilmour Mod drop-in electronics upgrade, completely solderless and no toggle on your Strat. Very low-key mod, and anybody can do it because you don't need a soldering iron at all, which is fantastic. And if you're doing a parts caster build or upgrading a Squier or Made in Mexico Strat, you get CTS pots, you get a Schaller 5-way switch, super, high-end components, all super easy to install. So let's jump over to the Squier and check it out. Now, to install the electronics, you don't have to tear your whole guitar apart, but you do need access to the pickguard. And since we're kind of giving the Strat a refresh, I decided to use this pickguard, kind of a beautiful copper floral paisley thing going on. I ordered this years ago with good intentions of using it, and I never got around to it, so today is the day. For those curious, it's LoganDesignsUSA.com. Custom Bakelite pickguard. And if memory serves, I think it was pretty expensive, but it is like a true vintage pickguard. And I think the copper color is going to look fantastic with the Daphne blue. So there you go. On the pickguard, we've got a LAMBERTONES, the grinder. LAMBERTONES pickups are awesome. Like, they make great stuff. I've used them in the past. So we've got a grinder, which I haven't used before. I think it's a pretty aggressive pickup, so that should be fun. And then we've got 2 Fender pickups. These are 60s reissue pickups. So that's what we got going on here. Now at this point, you might be like, Daryl, I thought we were doing the Gilmour mod. How come you got a humbucker single and not the classic single coils? Well, humbucker single is my favorite Strat setup, unless I want like a vintage Strat, then I'll go with the single coils. But if I'm actually going to be using it in public or want something pretty versatile, it's hard to beat the humbucker single. And Obsidian wire makes 2 versions, one for single coils, one for humbucker single. So if you want to do the Gilmour mod, be aware of that. Now, one of the main reasons I like Obsidian wire is just how easy everything is to install. So as you can see, we've got our CTS pots here. We've got our little solderless terminal right there. And we've got instructions, so we know how which wire to put in which terminal. And then we've got our Schaller switch, and it even has a Switchcraft jack right there, and also a bag of hardware. So here it is. Here's how easy it is to upgrade, any Strat or Strat style guitar. Simply gonna install this. See if we can push those pots through just like so. There we go, and then each one gets a washer and a nut just to hold everything tight. And then there's 2 screws to, affix the switch. And there's even a Strat tip included. So that's nice. Everything is right there and easy to use. So I'll just finger tighten some of the stuff so it doesn't fall back through. And in like a couple minutes, your entire electronics is upgraded. And if you notice, there is no toggle switch on here. So as I was mentioning, if you are interested in doing the Gilmour mod, but you don't necessarily want a mini toggle right in between 2 big switches that are hard to access, this one is right there, as you can see, push-pull. So there you go. Whenever it's out, you've engaged the neck pickup. And that's, just how easy it is. So very cool, and there's a couple other tricks with the Obsidian wire kit here. I will show you that when I play it, but there you guys go. And then, yeah, we just need to put in our 2 screws to fasten the switch there, and we're pretty much ready to rock. Now, since we're going with a little bit of a vintage theme on the Squier, and these pickup covers were cream, I found a cream knob instead of the black one and some cream knobs. So that's kind of like, you know, the overall look. I think it's going to look awesome. And in terms of installing the actual pickups, well, that's our next step. And of course, once this electronics upgrade is in a guitar, changing pickups is super easy. No solder, you know, no soldering at all. So what we need to do is either break out our booklet here, which has all the diagrams in them, or you can just go online and download one to your phone, and it tells you exactly which, you know, hot and which ground goes into which terminal. So I'm going to do that quick and we'll be right back. So here's a shot of the completed wiring. All you need is a small screwdriver, press in on the switch, insert the wire. That's it. Very easy to do. All the ground wires from the trem and the cavity and the humbucker can go into a special ground terminal. And other than that, you know, there's not much to screw up. It's pretty easy. The only thing I needed to look up was the LAMBERTONES pickup. So inside the box, they included a card with a QR code. So fired up my camera, took me straight to the exact pickup set with the wiring colors. Took like 20 seconds. It's awesome. So whole job, yeah, probably took me about 10 minutes. So very, very easy. Now, if you guys might remember, I've been modding this Squier for quite a while. So we've already got hip shot locking tuners on here. We've got some upgraded saddles, that kind of thing. But here's what it looks like with the copper guard and the cream knobs and switches and stuff. Looks pretty cool. Very unique, Daphne blue. I gotta say, the switch with the obsidian wire, the Schaller, I'm going to put it by my mic. Man, it feels phenomenal. Like so much clickier and tighter than a stock Squier one for sure, and really any Fender one I've used. Very beautiful. And when we want to engage the neck pickup at any point, all you got to do is pop out the tone control. There you go. So stock Strat, you know, you never even have to think about it until you want it. Looks stock. Well, this one doesn't, but you know, it would look stock. And then when you want to engage it, you just simply pop up that second tone control and you're off to the races. So let's plug this thing in. I want to see how the LAMBERTONES pickup sounds, and of course the neck switching. Let's check that out. All right, you guys, let's check out the new setup on the Squier. Let's start with the neck pickup here. So, I mean, all the Fendery, bright, chimey goodness you would want out of a neck pickup. Now when we go to position 4, I mean, there's nothing like position 4 on a Strat. You know, just beautiful stuff. Position 3. Let's compare that back to the neck. So again, really nice, bright and chimey. Now in position 2, I should mention that the humbucker gets split. So essentially it's a single coil and a single coil. So even though we have HSS, in position 2, we don't really give up, you know, that really great position 2 Strat sound. So, I mean, that's why I like the HSS setup. You get a powerful and quiet position 1 that handles gain fantastic, but in position 2, 3, 4, 5, you still get all the great Stratty goodness. So let's just listen to this humbucker here. I'm going to go to position or channel 2 on the Mezzabarba. So, I mean, it doesn't sound like a Les Paul, but it's got like a really nice vocal quality to it. Probably going to put my strings out with all those bends, but anyway, we'll keep going here. What else was I going to mention? Oh yes, this tone control is dedicated to the bridge pickup, and it does not affect any of your other pickups. So love that about the Obsidian wire kit. If you want to kind of match up the tonality of your bridge pickup, warm it up with your neck. You can dial that tone right down. You know, get more of a creamy, smooth tone, and yeah, without affecting your neck. So you can kind of match up the tonality of your bridge and your neck by using that bottom tone control, which is actually really appreciated. So that's great. And then of course, yeah, when you dial it all the way up, so fantastic. That Lambertones grinder pickup sounds really good. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see. I've got it set up sort of like equal distance between the pickguard and the strings. If you wanted to sweeten it up even more, you could lower it. But I wanted a little bit of a boost on there because that's kind of like, yeah, one of the huge draws, obviously, of the HSS. So sounds phenomenal. And of course, yeah, you drop that tone. You know, you can get something that sounds maybe closer to even an SG than a Strat if you just warm that up. So yeah, again, you retain all that stratiness while having the oomph of that humbucker. Let's quickly check out some of the neck positions with the humbucker. All right, so let's kick things off with the bridge by itself. All right, now let's pop out this tone control right here, and that will add the neck. See what that sounds like. Back to the bridge. So I mean, an absolute night and day, and a position that sounds really great. As I mentioned, it's kind of like a telly middle position because you've got the bridge and the neck on together, which is a phenomenal, you know, tone on the Telecaster. So to be able to access that, pretty cool. Now if we go to position 2, it's already really quacky. Now if we pull out on that tone control and have all 3 pickups together, I mean, it's a whole nother level of spank. So, I mean, a really useful mod, and again, you know, the thing I love about it is you don't have to have a little dip switch right there. You know, that's just awkward to hit, and it doesn't look any different than a regular Strat. Yeah, and I love the dedicated tone control for the bridge, and this tone control for the neck, so very easy to kind of balance your tones. So lots of really cool, you know, aspects of that Obsidian wire upgrade. Very cool. Love, love, love the grinder here, the Lambertones. Works really great in a Strat. Wasn't sure how it was going to balance with, like, you know, kind of traditional 60s Fender single coils, but really, really good. And I have it, you know, high enough that it gives me a little boost when I'm using overdrive. But if I mostly used or played clean tones, I would even lower it more and it would be perfectly in balance. So love the output of that on a Strat. So that turned out really great as well. So yeah, happy with the tones. So I hope you guys enjoyed our little Squier makeover. I will link to the Obsidian wire kit, the pickups, tuning machines, anything I used on this build that you guys might be curious about. I'll put that down in the video description below. The rest of my information will be down there as well. Other than that, have yourself a great day.